Do you know what's in those veggie burgers you've been hearing so much about lately? I mean, are they really all that good for you? Not necessarily. See, what started out as a not so tasty patty made up of plant-based protein somehow has turned into delicious meat-imitating options that some people find impossible to believe it's not really beef. I'm Dr. Vincent Pedre, one of New York City's leading physicians and a gut health specialist. I've put together this investigative health report to warn you about one seriously health-damaging and dangerous mistake millions of people across the country are making when they try to include more protein in their diet. And no, I'm not talking about eating meat. But if you think veggie burgers are a way healthier protein source than beef, then you're going to be shocked when I expose the truth about how they're being made. Trust me, you might be better sticking with the real deal. So instead, I'm going to show you the simple and rewarding way to start eating more protein. I'll even reveal how sneaking a little bit more protein on your plate could help you cut as many calories per day as you would burn jogging for an hour on the treadmill. It's kind of like going for a run without actually having to run. Plus, I'll share a simple protein trick professional athletes have used that will also boost your energy, strengthen your muscles, repair your bones, and help you stay fit even as you get older, especially if you're over 45. Now, if you think you're already getting enough protein, I've got some shocking news for you, so you want to pay close attention. According to the Institute of Medicine, adults need up to 35% of their calories from protein, and most Americans aren't getting anywhere near that. Believe me, with all of the benefits that protein can give you, that's not where you want to be. Today, we're eating less protein than we have for generations. In fact, government statistics show we're eating less protein now than we were 50 years ago. You know what else has happened in the last 50 years? The obesity rate has doubled. Coincidence? I don't think so. And here's why. A groundbreaking study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition proved that even just a small boost in how much protein you eat can help support your body's innate fat-burning capacity. For example, did you know that you use more energy to burn and digest protein calories compared to fats and carbs? And as you may know, the more energy you burn, the more weight you're going to lose. This is why nothing fuels your energy-burning furnace like protein. What's more, protein reduces your craving for those fat-packing foods like processed carbs, sugar, and unhealthy fats. Not only are these scientific facts, it's something I have seen work for hundreds of my patients here in New York City. And that's why I like to say that protein is fat's worst enemy. That's right. If you really want to fight the fat, one of the best moves you can make is to arm your body with more protein power. But it's not always easy to get all the protein you need to trigger its weight loss effects. That's why when I heard that scientists in Georgia had discovered a simple way to get more protein without actually eating more protein, as a doctor, I was thrilled. And I'm even more excited to fill you in on all the incredible details in just a moment. This revelation has been a real breakthrough for a lot of my patients, especially the ones who are also struggling with digestive issues like gas, diarrhea, and bloating. Since breaking down protein from animal foods like steak and chicken is particularly hard work for your gut. Keep in mind, I've been a top authority in gut health and wellness in New York City for more than 10 years. I graduated from Cornell University with honors, earned my medical degree at the University of Miami School of Medicine, and completed my residency in internal medicine in 2002. Soon after, I chose to devote a year researching the toxic effects on the recovery workers in the aftermath of 9/11 at Mount Sinai Hospital. Since then, I've successfully opened my own private practice in Midtown Manhattan. I've written a best-selling book on how to make your gut happy so you can lose weight and enjoy the energy you need to do the things you love. And I speak regularly at health expos and medical conferences. I've also had the honor to appear on many TV shows like Dr. Oz and Good Morning America. Look, I'm not saying all of this to brag, but rather because it's important for you to know, since I want you to take what I have to say as seriously as possible. And it's been so gratifying sharing my tried and true tips with people around the world on what you can do to stay fit, improve your overall health, and promote wellness for years to come. Hundreds of patients now come to me from all over the country every year due to my hard-earned reputation for coming up with out-of-the-box solutions to some of the most vexing medical issues, including struggles with weight, heart health, insulin resistance, low energy, and even a strange sounding but widespread problem known as leaky gut syndrome. I never imagined I'd be able to reach, let alone help, so many people. In fact, millions have already benefited from my other health presentations online. And I predict this brief protein expose will soon transform the lives of millions more. Now, if you only take away one thing after watching this short video on how to use protein most effectively to help shrink your waistline, put a little pep in your step, and potentially even add years to your life, it should be this. Your body needs protein to function and thrive. And I mean a lot of protein. See, protein is made up of amino acids. You've heard of amino acids, right? They're the building blocks of life. So everything in your body is built from protein. And just like with a building, if there's not enough building material or your building material is defective, nothing will work right. Your building may even completely collapse. It's the same with your body. But instead of bricks and lumber, your body needs different amino acids. While scientists have identified more than 20 amino acids in the body, turns out there are some your body can't make itself. They're called the 9 essential amino acids because it's essential that you get them from the protein in food. And they each benefit your body in their own special way. Want to protect your muscles and prevent frailty in old age? That's the amino acid leucine. Tryptophan boosts your mood by promoting the production of the happy hormone, serotonin. And studies show histidine can decrease body mass, reduce body fat, and shrink your waistline, supporting your ongoing weight loss efforts. And that's just 3 out of the 9 amino acids your body requires you get from protein. Now, here's the most amazing thing about the essential amino acids. When you combine all 9 from the best protein sources, it results in something I like to call the weight loss trifecta. Because the right amount of the right proteins with the right amino acid combinations will do 3 incredible things. Protein weight loss trifecta, part 1. Protein fills you up and wipes out bad food cravings. If you seriously want to reduce hunger and eat less, protein's your new best friend. Because studies show just a little extra of the right kind of protein makes you feel fuller faster and stay fuller longer, keeps you from eating too much in one sitting, and stops a lot of those relentless urges to chow down on junk food between meals, especially late at night. How is that possible? Well, by regularly adding a little extra protein to your plate, you can actually alter your weight-regulating hormones in 2 ways. First, research shows protein increases the hormones known as GLP-1, PYY, and CCK, whose job is to give you that feeling of fullness that tells you to stop eating. So you feel full sooner, but it doesn't just help you stop eating. Protein also helps you not start eating. And it does this by decreasing the hunger hormone ghrelin, which is what gives you that feeling that you really need food now. In other words, nothing helps control your appetite like protein. So you don't need more willpower, but you probably do need more protein. According to the results of one study conducted at the University of Missouri, eating meals higher in protein throughout your day can cut cravings by more than half, actually by a whopping 60%, and also reduce your midnight snacking by half. And that's just part 1 of the weight loss trifecta. Protein weight loss trifecta, part 2. Protein enables you to burn more calories even while you sleep. A little protein boost really stokes up your body's energy burning furnace. So much so that according to a University of Washington School of Medicine study, eating more protein can help increase the calories you burn each day while also decreasing the calories you consume by as many as 400. To put that into perspective, that's about the same amount you could lose by jogging nonstop for a full hour. Which is why I said earlier that adding more protein to your meals is like going for a run without having to run. Protein's impressive calorie burning reaction is something scientists and doctors like myself refer to as the thermic effect of food, meaning the amount of energy your body needs to use to digest, absorb, and dispose of nutrients. Not surprisingly, protein has the highest thermic effect of all the macronutrients, coming in at 20 to 30%. What that means is your body naturally burns 20 to 30% of your calories from protein simply by digesting it. So after you're done eating that steak, you can go relax on the couch and automatically burn off almost a third of it without even lifting a finger. Talk about an easy way to manage your weight. By comparison, the thermic effect of carbs is only 5 to 10%, and fat is even worse, at 0 to 3%. So most of the carbs and almost all of the fat you've eaten are going to stick around, making your waistline bigger and causing that number on the scale to go up. Ultimately, whether you're napping on the couch or running on the treadmill, you're going to burn at least 3 times more protein than carbs and 10 times more protein than fat during the digestive process alone. And that's what's really going to rev up your metabolism, because when your body digests, absorbs, and processes the nutrients from protein, it works harder and burns more calories than it does for fats and carbs. So like I tell my patients, breakfast is a really good meal to pile on the protein because it will jumpstart your energy burning furnace and help keep it running at full speed all day long. Now, burning more calories while also curbing your hunger are obviously 2 really compelling reasons to eat more protein. But there's still another winning entry in my weight loss trifecta. And in my opinion, it's the most important one of all. Protein weight loss trifecta part 3. Protein kills the ugliest and deadliest kind of fat. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Protein is fat's worst enemy. And in particular, I'm talking about the most dangerous kind of fat there is, belly fat, which accumulates little by little over time, almost unnoticed, until your toes disappear forever. That doesn't just expand your waistline, it can shave years off your life. Why? Because too much belly fat leads to insulin resistance, elevated blood sugar levels, and high blood pressure. These are health problems that put a huge burden on your heart and your brain. And it's probably the reason why excess belly fat has been linked to both heart problems and memory issues. But once again, protein to the rescue, because studies show it exactly targets this life-threatening fat. And the fact that there is a strong link between an increase of quality protein and a decrease in waist size is music to my ears. The best part of all of this? Protein even helps you keep the weight off for good, because nothing's more discouraging than the constant ups and downs in your weight. Am I right? Well, according to one study, even going from 15% of calories per day from protein to 18% can cut your chances of regaining lost weight in half. No wonder study after study shows that a high protein diet could be the lasting solution for anyone struggling with their weight. Plus, when you maintain a healthy weight using protein, your whole body truly benefits. With a stoked up metabolism, you'll have more energy, better stamina, making it easier for you to remain active longer. More bodybuilding amino acids mean your muscles will be stronger, so you can better avoid injuries from falls that often come with getting older. And not only will you feel better physically, but better hormone control will help you wake up happier and more alert, and of course, keep your hunger in check. Most importantly, your brain, your heart, and other vital organs will be functioning to their fullest and not stressed out by all that health-destroying visceral fat I mentioned earlier. So as you can see, protein really does have amazing superpowers. But as I said earlier, you can't just eat a steak for lunch every day and experience the miracles of higher protein intake. In fact, the opposite is true. The more factory-raised, grain-fed red meat you eat, the more likely you'll be fat, sick, and tired. I'm sure your doctor has already told you how eating too much factory beef can lead to elevated blood sugar levels, heart problems, and weight issues. So I certainly don't want to lecture you about the dangers of red meat. But even I was startled by the results of a recent study published in the British Medical Journal, which said eating just half a serving more of factory-raised grain-fed red meat each day can increase your risk of early death by a whopping 10%. In fact, the scary truth is that most animal-based proteins have been linked to early death. Why? Because non-organic factory-raised meat contains all those unhealthy fats that can clog your arteries, keeping them from effectively circulating oxygen and nutrient-rich blood throughout your body. When fat builds up and hardens in your arteries, it's called plaque. Just like how food particles and bacteria form between your teeth over time. But while you can go to the dentist to get plaque scraped and removed from your teeth, it's not so easy to clean up the plaque that forms in your arteries. And like I said, your arteries are the pipeline that bring oxygen and nutrients to all of your vital organs. In addition, they ensure that blood flows into your heart itself so your heart muscle can stay healthy and active. In other words, continue to beat and keep you alive. So when too much plaque forms in your arteries, it can restrict blood flow to your heart, making it difficult for it to keep up with the demands of your body. Essentially, those unhealthy fats from the factory animal meat you're eating, like steak, burgers, and even chicken, become speed bumps and in extreme cases, complete roadblocks. Once that pathway is completely blocked, blood to your heart can slow to a trickle. It can even stop flowing altogether, parts of your heart muscle can die, and your heart can stop beating, otherwise known as a heart attack. And this is something that doctors have known for years. That's why we always tell you to eat your veggies. Now, I'm not saying the burger you were planning to have for dinner tonight is going to kill you, but here's what a single hamburger can do within hours of eating it, according to a study conducted at UCLA in 2013. It can increase the dangerous inflammatory marker known as interleukin-6 by 70%. And when inflammation revs up in your body, you can struggle with anything from joint discomfort to low energy and fatigue to poor sleep and weight gain. Other studies show high-fat red meat can alter your gut's microbiome, which is the balance of good and bad bacteria in your stomach, leading to indigestion, cramping, bloating, and gas. When cooked at high temperatures, like grilling and frying, it can produce harmful chemicals, including heterocyclic amines that cause abnormal, unhealthy cells to form throughout your body. Not to mention all the antibiotics and hormones that are pumped into many animals before slaughter, that studies show can still make their way into your body and wreak havoc on your immune system. So do you really want to risk your health by eating more steak and burgers? I sure don't. That's why I try to limit my red meat intake and only eat naturally raised, hormone-free, antibiotic-free, grass-fed meats. I personally like lamb, duck, bison, and fresh fish, especially wild salmon. Free-range, hormone-free, and antibiotic-free chicken or turkey is great too. If you like burgers, just make sure to pick grass-fed beef or bison when possible. Now, considering all the health risks surrounding too much meat consumption, it's no surprise that a lot of my patients have been asking me more and more about one of the most popular meat replacements. I'm talking about veggie burgers. I mean, they are popping up everywhere now, even in fast food restaurants. And while some are a good source of health-boosting plant-based proteins, like beans, mushrooms, and tempeh, some don't even have much protein to begin with because they are just made of grains and other fillers. But here's the really bad news. Many veggie burgers are high in sodium, carbs, and unhealthy fats. Many are loaded with genetically modified ingredients that have been doused with harmful chemicals. And a lot of them are so highly processed that they're likely stripped of all the healthy antioxidants, vitamins, and minerals your body really needs. Plus, one way some meatless burger manufacturers extract the protein from soybeans is by bathing them in a neurotoxin called hexane. That's a poison that can destroy your nervous system, the control center of your body. Now, once those soybeans are fully processed, you'll likely only be subjected to trace amounts of hexane. That's still not a risk I'm willing to take. Fortunately, there's a way to tell if a veggie burger is healthy or not. Before you take another bite, make sure to give it a poke with your fork first. If the patty is really firm and does not fall apart, then it's likely been highly processed, contains additives and fillers, and is full of fat. On the other hand, a veggie burger that falls apart a little bit with each bite is probably one of the healthier ones. But that's still not the best way to pump up your protein intake, not by far. If you really want to experience the health benefits of protein, including the weight loss trifecta, in the safest, easiest, and most effective way, then I've got some really great news. In a few short minutes, I'm going to tell you about that healthy, cheap, and delicious trend-setting protein I mentioned earlier. But first, I have a quick warning about a big mistake millions are making, which they think is a healthy and safe way to get protein with a protein powder. Don't get me wrong, there are many what I like to call safe-grade protein powders available. The problem is, there are just as many protein powders I consider less than totally safe out there as well. See, shocking new research shows many popular protein powders, especially organic ones, can be contaminated with excess amounts of heavy metals like arsenic, lead, and mercury. Testing done by the watchdog group Clean Label Project also found traces of pesticides, antibiotics, and chemicals used to make plastic, including BPA, a chemical that has been linked to heart issues, insulin resistance, weight problems, autoimmune disease, and poor mood. In fact, one protein powder had 25 times more BPA than allowed by the FDA. The best safe-grade protein powders, however, are manufactured with the cleanest, highest quality ingredients and are rigorously tested before hitting the shelves. I'll tell you the safest one I know in just a moment, which also happens to be the healthiest and the only one I recommend to my patients. Because a verified safe-grade protein powder actually can be a super healthy way to boost your protein intake and your health. But first, since my specialty is gut health, I have to tell you about the one type of protein powder I tell my patients to avoid at all costs. It all started with Little Miss Muffet more than 200 years ago. You've heard the nursery rhyme time and time again. Little Miss Muffet sat on a tuffet, eating her curds and whey. Well, whey is the liquid that remains when milk is curdled and strained to make cheese. But did you know that eating whey like Little Miss Muffet can be seriously health damaging and dangerous for your gut? Probably not, considering millions of Americans use whey protein powders regularly. Repeat after me. Say no way to whey. Here's why. Whey is a byproduct of cheese, so it contains a big dose of lactose, the hard-to-digest sugar in milk that can wreak havoc on your digestive system, causing gas, diarrhea, and bloating. I've seen a lot of my patients struggle with these issues, even ones that didn't think they had any sort of dairy sensitivity. Some didn't even know whey was a dairy product. So if you're thinking about trying a protein powder, just make sure it's not only safe grade, but also dairy-free. Now that brings us to the million-dollar question. What is a great protein source? Well, it would make sense that it be something that, unlike certain meats or whey, is truly healthy for you, like a vegetable. I know what you're probably thinking. Vegetables don't have protein. Well, you're wrong about that. On the system used to rate the effective protein content of foods, the lowly, healthy green pea scores a whopping 93 out of 100. That's 1 more than a steak and 2 more than chicken. This is something that is actually tracked and scored by the FDA and the World Health Organization. And it's known as the Protein Digestibility Corrected Amino Acid Score, or PDCAA. So according to both the US government and the United Nations, peas are actually a better source of protein than beef or chicken. Go peas! Plus, the tiny mighty pea contains an all-important digestion booster, something that steak, chicken, and whey are totally lacking. And that's fiber. Fiber is an essential nutrient for proper digestion. It acts like a broom, sweeping food through the digestive tract and cleaning out your intestines to prevent things like constipation, bloating, and stomach cramps. It also helps keep your cholesterol levels lower. That's why the Dietary Guidelines of America Advisory Committee has called for a shift to a more plant-based diet.
Now, don't worry. This doesn't mean you have to give up meat and become a vegetarian. It just means that all of us need to add a little more plant-based protein to our plates. Take those peas, for example. A big bowl of peas is packed with as much protein as a burger. Protein that medical doctors like myself know will help you burn more calories, wipe out belly fat, strengthen your muscles and bones, and ultimately result in lasting weight loss. You can get all that and more from eating just one bowl of peas a day. Sounds super simple, right? Why don't most Americans do it? Because, let's face it, peas aren't very tasty. So in just a moment, I'm going to reveal my simple protein trick that will guarantee you get your peas and other plant-based proteins to stay fit and healthy. This trick is also the key to getting more protein without eating more protein. Now, I could sit here for hours telling you about the health benefits of eating peas every day before my big reveal. But a lot of these things you probably already know, like how they are low calorie and low fat, contain zero sugar, and have absolutely no cholesterol, but instead are full of digestion-boosting fiber, essential vitamins, and heart-healthy minerals, especially magnesium, potassium, and calcium. I could go on and on about how peas are loaded with antioxidants that protect all the cells in your body from unstable molecules called free radicals. Yes, free radicals are as sinister as they sound because they are linked to all sorts of health problems and aging. The antioxidants in peas and many other plant-based proteins aren't just personal bodyguards for your cells. They also support a healthy inflammatory response for joint relief, help boost the good bacteria in your gut for improved digestion, and increase blood flow for better heart health. And did you know that eating more plant-based protein can actually help speed up your recovery time from an injury and cut your risk for certain heart problems by more than half? Plus, some of the toughest, fastest, and most highly skilled professional athletes, I'm talking about football players, ultimate fighters, even some Olympic gold medalists, all rely on plant-based proteins to keep them strong, fit, focused, and energized. What's crazy is that even after opening your eyes to all of that, and after you've really thought about the life-threatening consequences of eating too many high-fat animal proteins, even though you want to be healthy, you want to feel good, and you want to look your best, odds are you'd probably still pick a burger over a bowl of peas if given a choice. All right, I'll admit, a juicy cheeseburger may taste better than a bowl full of peas. And when you were little, I'm sure your mom or dad did whatever it took to get you to eat every single last pea on your dinner plate. I hear that so often from my patients. But when we grow up and can make our own food choices, unfortunately, instant gratification so often wins over the long-term health benefits. It's human nature and nothing to be ashamed of. Now, as a medical doctor who believes the right foods can be just as powerful as pharmaceuticals, I'm constantly looking for ways to get my patients to eat their peas and other plant-based proteins at every meal, to help them achieve their weight loss goals, to keep them active and full of energy as they age, to protect them from junk food cravings, and ultimately to ensure they live the longest, happiest life they possibly can. I've learned over the years that the best solutions can come from simply listening to my patients. I'll never forget the day a patient told me about how he had to hide peas in his pocket when his mom wasn't looking, so he wouldn't have to eat them as a kid. I chuckled at the thought of that, so you can imagine how hard it was going to be for me to convince him to eat them now. And that got me thinking, since I can't force my patients to eat more peas, even after I've explained how the protein in peas will almost certainly help them lose weight and gain energy, why not hide them in something really delicious? See, just like whey protein can be pulverized into a powder, so can pea protein. But remember, pea protein won't give you all that awful bloating, constipation, and other digestive issues that I've seen happen to so many patients eating whey. Add some cocoa and the right natural sweeteners to that pea powder, mix it with water, and voila! You've just transformed that bowl of peas into a mouth-watering chocolate shake. I'll share my best pea protein shake recipe with you in just a second, including the secret ingredient. Here's a hint. It's that trend-setting protein I mentioned earlier. In fact, it's a shake so rich in healthy plant-based protein that it will help you burn more calories without even trying. It will crush those hunger hormones, and it can specifically target that unsightly belly fat that's so hard to get rid of. In other words, you can experience the protein weight loss trifecta by simply swapping one meal each day with a filling and tasty chocolate shake made from, believe it or not, peas. And if you don't really want to lose weight but need to amp up your energy, like I did, then don't swap a meal. Instead, add the shake to your daily routine as a snack or dessert. I know from experience that the right shake will stop those late afternoon crashes, while also rejuvenating your muscles and bones. Now, before you run out and grab the first pea protein shake you can find, you need to know a few things. Unfortunately, I learned them the hard way. Over the past year, I put countless pea protein shakes to the test, looking for one that would help all of my patients succeed. Because while many of them saw great results in as little as weeks from trying my simple protein trick, the weight loss, high energy, and increased strength, they still didn't love the taste of those generic store-bought protein shakes you've probably seen lining the shelves at your grocery. As a doctor, I know most people need something really appetizing if they're going to stick with it in the long run. It doesn't matter how many pounds you lose or pant sizes you drop. If it doesn't taste good, it's not going to last. That's why, to me, in a way, first and foremost, a protein shake has to taste great. And the reason it was on the top of my list as I set off on my quest to find one. Well, little did I know just how hard that would be. In fact, a year ago, it didn't even exist. I spent weeks tasting dozens of protein shakes, and none of them fit the bill. It almost seemed like each one was worse than the one before. And I wasn't just looking for great taste, but also texture and mouthfeel. Too often powders can be gritty or chalky, leaving a bad taste and a bad feeling in your mouth. I just couldn't find one I liked for myself or my patients, so they could keep up with my protein routine. I had all but given up when I went to a natural product expo, and a brand new plant-based protein powder caught my eye, made out of not just your ordinary peas, but chickpeas. Chickpeas are most famous for being the main ingredient in hummus, a healthy protein snack. I had never tried a chickpea protein shake. Come to think of it, I hadn't even seen one before. So I stopped at the booth to check it out. "What's it taste like?" I said. Without skipping a beat, they handed me a sample. And let me tell you, it was delicious. More importantly, it wasn't even gritty. Turns out, chickpeas can be so finely ground with a special milling and refining process, more so than regular peas, that the texture is super smooth and silky. I also learned that farmers in Canada had recently discovered a very specific way to grow chickpeas to yield more protein. And here's the kicker. Unlike soybeans and corn, they're not genetically modified. In fact, there's no such thing as a GMO chickpea, and there probably never will be. That means chickpeas are some of the cleanest plants on the planet, typically low in pesticides and many other harmful toxins. This was all really great news. I was so excited. I was just about to put in a big order and bring it back for myself and for some of my patients to try when I realized one major problem. Chickpeas are not a complete protein. They're really close, but they don't actually contain all 9 of the essential amino acid building blocks our bodies need. And then it hit me. Why not find a way to combine the powerhouse pea protein with this new trend-setting chickpea protein? I called the research team at United Naturals, the only health brand in North America that I could entrust with something so important to me, and told them to get on it, stat. I was sure this was the perfect solution to formulate a delicious plant-based and complete protein shake. When the first batch arrived at my door a few weeks later, I felt like a kid on Christmas morning. Sadly, it did not live up to my dream of creating the absolute, hands-down, undeniably best-tasting plant-based protein shake ever. The only thing we could do at that point to make it better was lower the protein content, which is unfortunately what a lot of manufacturers are doing. But I refused to compromise on taste or quality protein. I just knew there had to be a way to achieve at least 20 grams of protein per serving, the amount many doctors like myself agree you should have at every meal, especially if you want to burn more calories, stay slim, and fight off cravings. I decided to shelve the idea, rather than move forward and make another mediocre-tasting shake like so many brands out there that are only really worried about the bottom line and not actually concerned with your health and wellness like I am as a doctor. A few months later, I was at another natural health trade show when I ran into my enzyme guy. Yes, I have an enzyme guy. He helped me formulate a really successful digestive enzyme blend years ago for my patients struggling with some serious gut issues. When I mentioned my problem with using less protein in the shake, his eyes lit up because he had a solution. An exciting and new scientific way to get more protein without eating more protein, thanks to a proprietary enzyme blend called prohydrolase. Remember that protein digestibility score? Well, prohydrolase can give some proteins up to a 20% boost of digestibility and absorption. Peas plus prohydrolase, for example, score better than 100. That's higher than any animal-based protein alone, even whey. In other words, your body absorbs almost all of the protein from peas during the digestive process, rather than having so much of it go to waste. And that's because the prohydrolase starts to break down pea protein, even before it gets to your small intestine, where it is optimally absorbed. When combined with prohydrolase, both pea and chickpea protein are going to be better absorbed into your body, and with much more ease. This also prevents digestive discomfort like bloating, nausea, and cramping. Like, for some people, can follow a high-protein meal like steak, since the stomach has to work so hard to break apart those larger protein molecules. Prohydrolase takes care of a lot of that grunt work. I've been using and recommending digestive enzymes to my patients for years for these very same reasons. That's why I was really surprised and excited to hear that this specific enzyme could also provide a protein boost for my patients, without them even having to eat more protein. Because clinical studies show that adding prohydrolase to protein powders can substantially increase the total amino acids in your blood by as much as 20%. After reading all of the research myself, I instantly knew this was the perfect solution for my protein shake. With prohydrolase, I could actually decrease the amount of pea protein in the shake for the outright best taste and mouthfeel, while still ultimately delivering more protein than most other shakes on the market. The team at United Naturals was thrilled to add the innovative ingredient that would finally bring my plant-based protein formula to life. I started drinking it every day and offered it to all my patients struggling with their weight, energy, and overall vitality. My close friends and family were excited to try it too. They knew it had to be really good considering all of the other shakes I had told them about that were flat out terrible. And just as I suspected, only a few days after passing out samples to everyone I knew, I was getting so many calls and emails asking for more. Right off the bat, they loved the taste and raved about how perfectly filling it was. As the weeks went by, I kept hearing story after story, how it was helping people to lose weight, to feel stronger and steadier on their feet, to cut back on snacking because they weren't hungry anymore, and to have more energy throughout the day. It was official. My science-backed, patient-tested, family and friends approved protein enzyme formula was working. I decided to call it NutriProtein because it provides both the nutrients and protein your body so desperately needs on a daily basis in order to burn more calories, combat belly fat, maintain muscle, and support the proper regulation of those powerful hunger hormones. It's a delicious chocolate shake I know you'll crave for breakfast, lunch, dinner, or dessert. And with a special blend of peas and chickpeas, NutriProtein contains 13 grams of complete protein, yet delivers results typically closer to 20 grams due to the powerful effects of prohydrolase. So you really do get more protein from less protein. See, prohydrolase ensures none of the health-boosting protein goes to waste. So you can feel fuller faster and longer without the fear of bloating, burn more calories 24 hours a day, and fight that stubborn and dangerous fat that keeps taking over your gut. Plus, because the high-quality zero-calorie flavorings and sweeteners in NutriProtein make it taste so good, you'll look forward to drinking it every day. Best of all, I guarantee there is absolutely zero sugar in NutriProtein because United Naturals scoured the earth to handpick only the best sweeteners. In fact, the main sweetener in NutriProtein, allulose, may even help you lose more fat. That's right, a very rare, naturally occurring sweetener found only in a few foods, including figs and jackfruit, can help you lose fat. In a clinical study published in 2018 that followed more than 120 people, researchers in Korea concluded that allulose significantly decreased their body fat mass and body fat percentage in just 3 months. So just like protein, allulose can also help you lose dangerous belly fat. That's double the fat-fighting power. And even though allulose looks, feels, and tastes just like sugar, researchers discovered it does not increase blood sugar levels, most likely because your body doesn't really break it down or use it for energy. In addition to allulose, NutriProtein contains organic inulin, a special prebiotic fiber from the root of chicory plants that has a natural, mild sweetness, yet doesn't raise blood sugar levels. And since it's a prebiotic, it also feeds the good bacteria in your gut to to keep your gut bacteria in balance, which you probably already know is so important for digestion. So not only does it taste good going in, but it also feels good in your gut. There's also some organic acacia gum from the top of acacia trees native to Australia and Africa, and organic guar gum from Indian cluster beans. These gums bind together perfectly with the peas and chickpeas, so there's none of that undesirable grainy mouthfeel found in so many other protein drinks. Thanks to United Naturals' superior natural flavoring and high-tech grinding process, they've truly created a shake that has just the right sweetness and is silky smooth. And in just a moment, I am going to give you a special risk-free opportunity to try a little NutriProtein yourself. Look, if your heart, brain, and immune system health are as important to you as mine are to me, if you too struggle with those hunger pains that lead to midnight snacking, if you would also like to fuel your metabolic furnace to burn up fat and create long-lasting energy, then join me in drinking to a longer, healthier, happier life with NutriProtein. Whether you want to lose fat or maintain muscle, all it takes is 1 scoop a day of NutriProtein. Just mix it with water, blend it with ice, add it to a smoothie or your morning coffee, whatever works best for you. I love hearing about the mouth-watering smoothie combinations my patients have already come up with, like chocolate banana, chocolate strawberry, and almond butter chocolate. Some are blending it with almond hemp or coconut milk. And if you like your shake a little thicker like me, simply add in some other superfoods like avocado or coconut yogurt. NutriProtein can be a quick and easy meal replacement, midday snack, or after-dinner dessert. As long as you drink it daily, you'll get a doctor-recommended daily dose of protein that can help you stay fit and active. But if you really want to get the most out of NutriProtein, I strongly suggest you do as I did. Swap out 1 meal a day, especially ones with those unhealthy high-fat animal meats, for your delicious NutriProtein shake. Many users appreciate that NutriProtein has absolutely no fat and it is non-GMO verified. It's also gluten-free, dairy-free, soy-free, organic, and safe grade. It's proudly made right here in the USA, in Utah, with only high-quality ingredients straight from nature, like allulose, inulin, acacia, and guar gums I already told you about. And it's just 150 calories. That's the same as 2 hard-boiled eggs, but without the animal fat and with more protein. Also, since it's plant-based, NutriProtein has plenty of the fiber you need for better digestion. And I'm not just talking about all the fiber you'll get from the peas and chickpeas, but also those prebiotic fibers from the inulin, acacia, and guar gums that really set our shake apart from the rest. Research from the Journal of Nutrition shows those particular prebiotic fibers help reduce constipation, diarrhea, bloating, and cramping. All because they specifically nourish your gut's good bacteria while starving the bad bacteria. And since I specialize in gut health, I also decided to include organic ground chia seeds to provide even more fiber for enhanced digestion. But chia seeds do so much more. They also support your heart, brain, and joint health because they are full of mighty omega-3s and antioxidants that you probably remember will protect your body's cells from harmful free radicals. Antioxidants are so important if you want to be healthy and youthful. So each serving of NutriProtein also contains moringa powder, derived from the blooming flower of the tree first found in the foothills of the Himalayan mountains, that provides unparalleled antioxidants as well as essential vitamins and minerals that benefit every single cell in your body. It's no wonder so many people call moringa the tree of life. And finally, I added 2 grams of MCT oil, a healthy fat that burns fast and actually adds to protein's hunger-busting effect, so you can take control of your weight before your weight takes control of you. A year ago, I didn't think anything like this was possible. But with some scientific breakthroughs, a few strokes of luck, being in the right place at the right time, a little patience, and a lot of hard work, United Naturals and I have created a crave-worthy drink that will leave you feeling pleasantly full without any unpleasant bloating. And it not only can save your health, but save you time and money as well. Now, to be clear, I'm not saying you can eat the shake, eat anything you want, and lose weight. Any doctor that tells you it's that easy probably isn't properly trained or licensed. But if you replace a meal every now and then with NutriProtein and make it part of your daily routine, research shows time and time again that eating more protein can lead to lower body weight, less body mass, and a slimmer waistline. Because NutriProtein will reduce those cravings for processed carbs and junk food, allowing you to automatically make better food choices while still feeling totally satisfied. And whether or not you need to lose any weight, I'm sure you'll be as happy as I was to discover that the ingredients in NutriProtein also enable you to maintain your lean muscle and strength as you get older. Just continue eating all of your sensible meals and simply add NutriProtein as a healthy snack, dinner, or breakfast beverage. Either way, you'll still have the opportunity to reap all of these additional benefits. Better digestion with no bloating, constipation, or diarrhea. More energy so you can stay active all day and avoid the afternoon slump. Improved mood as your body gets leaner and stronger. You may even find yourself sleeping better and eating healthier without even thinking about it. And as an added bonus, since NutriProtein is plant-based, it's more sustainable than animal-based proteins, so you will be doing your part to help save the environment. What more could you really ask for in a chocolate shake? Now, I've already shared NutriProtein with hundreds of patients at my office in Midtown Manhattan, and the results have been phenomenal. The physical and mental transformations over the past few months have been so rewarding for me to see, which is why I am thrilled United Naturals just finished making a larger batch, which enables me to give you a special opportunity to try NutriProtein risk-free for 60 days. And you can see for yourself if NutriProtein is right for you. Because either NutriProtein works for you and you find it every bit as delicious as I say it is, or it costs you nothing. That's how confident I am that you will love it as much as I, my family, my friends, and my patients do. Request NutriProtein through this presentation today, and you'll lock in the special price of just $49 per jar. I need to let you know that there will be a flat $5 shipping and handling fee to anywhere in the US. Even so, you're still going to be saving more money than if you were to buy a jar at my office here in New York City. $20 more to be exact. That's a pretty significant savings. And United Naturals has committed to making at least one internet customers only special batch of NutriProtein, a total of 10,000 jars, at this special low price, which means thousands from coast to coast will finally have the opportunity to experience what my patients, family, friends, and I already have. Less belly fat for a skinnier waistline, hormone regulation to prevent cravings from getting the best of you, hunger modulation so you can feel fuller, faster without overeating, more stamina, less fatigue, and an overall boost in energy, all to help you stay fit and active even as you get older. Now, if you act quickly and click the button below, you can be one of the lucky ones to secure your risk-free supply of NutriProtein at this deeply discounted price. And when I say risk-free, I mean risk-free, because NutriProtein must be right for you, and only you get to decide that, or else I insist you send back whatever's left for a complete refund. Keep it for a full 2 months. Let friends and family try it too, even if you finish the entire jar, which would not surprise me since it's so delicious. Our 60-day money-back guarantee has still got you totally covered. In that case, simply return your empty jar and you'll get every last penny back. No hassle, no questions asked, no problem. Listen, you don't want to pass this up, because after the first batch sells out, the price will probably go back up to the full $69 per jar, which is why it's best to stock up now, especially since United Naturals is going to reward their best customers with even more savings. Order 3 jars of NutriProtein today and you'll pay only $44 and some change per jar. Plus, this multi-jar offer comes with free shipping. And yes, every purchase, no matter how big, is backed by our 60-day guarantee. You're not happy, we're not happy, and we insist on giving you your money back. So if you're really looking for some serious savings, if you really need an easy way to boost your body's fat-burning performance, and if you really want to truly invest in your health, then the 6-jar multi-pack is for you. That's almost 100 shakes. I like to call it the family bundle because you can easily share it with your loved ones, and I encourage you to do so. I know you won't want to keep this amazing shake to yourself. In fact, feel free to tell everyone you know about what you've learned today. Your family, your friends, coworkers, neighbors, the mailman. Because it's vital more Americans understand the life-threatening dangers of high-fat animal meats compared to the life-lengthening health benefits of plant-based protein I've just revealed to you. But here's the only catch. Since I want to help as many people as possible, I must limit each customer to 6 jars. So click on the Next Step button below to claim yours right now, to give yourself the gift of committing to a healthier, more nutritious lifestyle with NutriProtein's revolutionary plant protein blend, disguised as a delicious chocolate shake you'll crave. Remember, NutriProtein will not only deliver high-quality pea and chickpea protein to jumpstart the weight loss trifecta for you, it will also nourish and fortify the good bacteria in your gut and inulin and other prebiotics for improved digestion. Best of all, it can support your heart health, strengthen your muscles and bones, and put a smile on your face for years to come. Now, here's what will happen when you click the Next Step button below. You will be taken to a secure web page on the United Naturals site where you'll see all 3 options I just told you about: 1 jar, 3 jars, or 6 jars. If we are sold out of the highly discounted multi-packs, you may be given the opportunity to pre-order at the same low price. I suggest you take advantage and lock in the savings if that's the case. Just fill in your shipping and payment details. Don't worry. Your information will be fully protected and used only to ensure NutriProtein gets to you as quickly as possible. Remember to press the Submit Order button just once. And United Naturals will rush NutriProtein directly to your doorstep immediately, or as soon as it's in stock if we happen to run out. Either way, all of the details about when you can expect to receive your order will be clearly indicated when you submit your request. Since every jar of NutriProtein is made right here in the United States, shipments typically go out within 2 to 5 business days. And if you have any questions at any time, don't worry. I know that the customer care folks at United Naturals will take great care of you. They're so dedicated. They work 7 days a week, so you can call when it's convenient for you. They can be reached toll-free at 844-794-7728. Don't hesitate to call them for any reason. For help with placing or confirming your order, to get more information, to inquire about some of United Naturals' other premium products, or to share your life-changing NutriProtein story. Whatever the reason, a friendly customer care rep is eager to listen and help you. And I'd love to hear from you directly as well. My email address is drpedre@unitednaturals.com. I read every email that comes to me. So send me a note about your personal NutriProtein transformation when you have a chance. I've already heard from many satisfied customers who are ecstatic about their results after just a few weeks. Like them, you could lose weight while still feeling full and completely satisfied, burn more calories without paying too much for a personal trainer, and pulverize that dangerous belly fat that leads to heart problems, breathing issues, low energy, and early death. On a personal note, I have a teenage son, so making sure I stay healthy and youthful is very important to me. I want to be there when he graduates from college. When he gets married, I don't want to miss the wedding. And if I am blessed with grandchildren, then I want to be in great shape so I can run around with them and spoil them rotten for as long as possible. I truly believe NutriProtein is going to help me achieve all of those life goals. I like to drink mine in the morning on those days I sleep in a little too late and don't have time to make breakfast. I could just grab it on my way out the door and it fills me up until lunch. One of my patients told me she loves to drink NutriProtein after dinner every night because its delicious sweet taste satisfies her sweet tooth and keeps her from wandering into the kitchen later for a midnight snack. And if you ever find yourself running out of energy in the late afternoon, you can easily swap out that pick-me-up of coffee or tea for a delicious NutriProtein instead. With its premium pea and chickpea protein blend, combined with prebiotic fiber, essential nutrients, and the highest quality sweeteners from nature, NutriProtein is now the only protein shake I recommend to my patients. And you can take comfort in knowing that every batch made is tested by United Naturals as well as a third-party laboratory that meets FDA guidelines for potency, purity, and stability. Plus, the high-tech milling, refining, and packaging process ensures you can keep a jar in your pantry for up to 2 years, although I predict you'll go through it like hotcakes. So now's the time to stock up on this internet-only special and enjoy the big savings. Let me ask you, are you ready to let the power of protein revitalize your entire body? If you answered yes, then click the orange Next Step button below. You'll be given the option to save $20 instantly on 1 jar, covered by United Naturals' 60-day risk-free money-back guarantee. Though I hope you'll seriously consider investing in your health with a multi-pack. That's how you can ensure you don't run out of NutriProtein too quickly and save the most money. The 3-pack saves you almost another $20. And if you go all in with the 6-pack, that's $50 off. It's like getting an entire jar of shakes for free. Oh, and you should know that NutriProtein is only available online at this time, so you won't be able to find it at any of your local health food or even at grocery stores. That's why it's so important that you act now. Because I can't promise how long we'll be able to offer this exclusive deal. I can't even guarantee it will still be available tomorrow. Don't pass up this opportunity to fight the fat with an earth-friendly, delicious chocolate shake that could have such a significant effect on your health and the health of your loved ones for so many years to come. Wishing you the best of health, I'm Dr. Vincent Pedre. If you're still watching, perhaps you have some questions. Here are some answers to the most frequently asked questions I get from my patients. What makes NutriProtein different from all the other protein shakes I see at the store? NutriProtein is the first ever plant-based, dairy-free, safe-grade, complete protein shake that tastes delicious while delivering the powerful weight-regulating effects of 20 grams of protein in only 13 grams of actual protein. This is possible due to the proprietary blend of pea protein, chickpea protein, and the cutting-edge enzyme prohydrolase that helps break down those hard-to-digest protein molecules, allowing you to get more protein without eating more protein. In addition, the high-tech farming and milling process ensures every batch of NutriProtein is smooth and tasty. It's a shake you'll want to drink every day to satisfy your hunger, burn more calories, drop the belly fat, boost your energy, and improve your overall health and wellness. NutriProtein is the best protein shake that I stand behind and recommend to all my family, friends, and patients. I'm already drinking a protein shake. Should I switch to this one? Probably. Here are my top 3 reasons why. Number 1, it's gut-friendly. NutriProtein provides increased digestibility from the prohydrolase, so you don't feel bloated or have to worry about other digestive issues like constipation, cramping, or diarrhea that are common with whey protein and other shakes. Many protein shakes contain dairy and other ingredients that can really mess with digestion. Number 2, it's fulfilling. No other shake will satisfy you like NutriProtein, preventing unnecessary weight-promoting snacking. Number 3, it's great tasting. You'll actually enjoy drinking NutriProtein every day. It may even become what you crave instead of sweets and foods that are so bad for your weight and health. How will I know it's working? Everyone is going to experience something different, but most of my patients tell me that after just 1 glass of NutriProtein, they notice immediately how it completely satisfies their hunger. Many have reported feeling perfectly full without any bloat, and say they have more energy throughout their day. After a few weeks of NutriProtein, you may also realize you have less cravings, are eating healthier, and no longer snacking throughout the day. This can lead to weight loss, increased lean muscle, and an overall happy feeling. All common signs that NutriProtein is working for you. Like most nutrition and lifestyle changes, it may take some time to reap the maximum benefits of NutriProtein. Do not be discouraged. In fact, I highly recommend you to give NutriProtein a try for a full 90 days. Is NutriProtein safe? NutriProtein is completely dairy-free, gluten-free, soy-free, non-GMO, and organic. It's made only of high-quality ingredients straight from nature that have been tested for potency, purity, and stability. I consider it a safe-grade protein shake because United Naturals guarantees only the lowest trace amounts of those heavy metals that naturally occur in the soil. While there's scientifically and technologically no way to totally eliminate all of them, I can assure you that United Naturals takes every precaution to ensure NutriProtein will never contain dangerous levels. What should I eat with NutriProtein? I love this question because my patients are always thrilled to hear the answer. There's really no need to eliminate specific foods from your diet. Of course, I encourage you to cut back on fats, sugars, and refined carbohydrates. But remember, it's not just about cutting calories. And calories in are not necessarily equal to calories out. You really can't compare 100 calories of broccoli with 100 calories of sugar. The good news is that most customers find they no longer crave sugar and other junk foods after drinking NutriProtein. When should I drink NutriProtein? You can drink NutriProtein at any time of the day. It can be a meal replacement for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. It can be an afternoon snack, and it can even be dessert. The only thing you need to do is make sure you drink it every day so that you can keep your fat-burning furnace fired up 24/7. Is the 60-day guarantee really no questions asked? United Naturals does give you a full 60 days to see if NutriProtein is right for you. You must be completely satisfied with your results during that time, or else simply contact their world-class customer care team, and they will quickly provide a complete refund. And yes, it really is no questions asked. You don't have to have a reason for returning NutriProtein. You mentioned NutriProtein is sustainable. What does that mean exactly? Because NutriProtein is a plant-based protein, it takes less energy, water, land, and other natural resources to produce. In other words, it's not nearly as hard on the environment as animal-based proteins, including whey. For example, did you know that while the average cow can feed 400 people, the plant protein it takes to feed that cow could feed 4,000 people? That's right, it takes 10 pounds of feed protein to produce 1 pound of animal protein. By choosing NutriProtein, you are not only improving your own health, but you are doing something incredible for the environment. Where can I get NutriProtein? NutriProtein is only available right here online and at a handful of doctors' offices at this time. You won't find NutriProtein in stores. That is to ensure we can continue to offer the lowest possible prices to our customers while maintaining the highest quality. To place your order right now, just click the big orange button below. NutriProtein will be quickly and conveniently shipped straight to your home, so your total health transformation can begin in just days. So let's create a new, fitter, healthier you together with the power of protein. I can't wait for you too to experience no more bad food cravings getting the best of you, no more midnight snacking keeping you up at night, no more dangerous belly fat weighing you down, but instead, a skinnier, healthier, more vivacious you. So click the button below before supplies run out.